Hi, this is Adrienne King. You may know me from Friday the 13th, the original First Final Girl, and you are watching Dead Curse Society.
Rock and roll!
6 o'clock already, it was just in the middle of a dream. I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. Why I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Here we are again, folks. It's another Monday Maniacs from Death Curse Society. I'm Red Crank. I got the Zigzag, the Colonel, and FaZe. What's up, guys?
Another fabulous fucking Monday. Oh, where?
Yeah.
Oh,
where?
I know. I feel
There
like
we go.
I'm all ready to go out to eat. I'm all dressed up and everything. I researched the meal what I wanted, planned it all out, and now
We were told it didn't have it.
McDonald's.
Demonetized right out of the gate. Thank you.
Yeah.
What? Nah.
Colonel. Demonetized right out of the gate. Thanks, Colonel.
Sorry, that cost us 14 cents.
All right. Hey, tonight we were supposed to have writer-director Stephen Boyle on to promote his new movie, The Demon Disorder. But, unfortunately, he's got some things going on the set down in Australia, so timing didn't match up. He's got to stay busy. We understand. Keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. So,
Yeah. And, this is like what? Maybe the second time we've had someone kind of say, I can't do it.
like really last minute. Yes.
Last minute, you
Yeah.
know.
So we turned this into an open topic night, and you guys are fucking weird already. Jesus Christ.
I don't know what's going on, man.
I'm not even sure I can say some of this.
I mean, we
I have
can.
no problem saying all of it if need be.
But we'll get to those comments in a little bit, but you guys are already disturbing me. I love it. Open topic night. If you have any topics you want us to chat about, throw them in the comments, and we'll get to those in a little bit. We got a few to kind of kick off the night just to chat about. But of course, before we get into all that, let's get in and thank our members. Thanks to our final girls and guys, Christy, C-Phase, Lorena, BD, Alex, and Robert. Our Crazy Ralphs, Bell's Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Raymond, and the whole damn enchilada pod. And of course, thanks to our camp counselors, Adam, Corey, Christy, Luke, Jimmy, and Rachel, who I had dinner with yesterday. Yay! Stacy, Lynn, Orlando, Chuck, Chick, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ. So, yeah. Thank you to all those guys.
Thank you. God damn it. Thank you.
Yeah. And if you want to become a member and support the DCS, head on over to deathcursesociety.com. Skip on over to the membership page. Check out the tiers and the differences that lie within. And pick one, sign up, and it's just that easy. And we'll get back with you and set up all the details that we need to. And, of course, special thanks to our associate producer, FaZe. FaZe, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing all right. see, right now it'll be 16 days nicotine free. I quit smoking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except for weed, of course. I still smoke
That doesn't count.
fuckloads of weed, but
Yeah.
you know.
Hey, tobacco company. Faye's got a message for you.
Fuck you, not getting any more of my money.
Congrats,
That's
buddy.
right.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
What else did you want to say to him?
Smell my ass.
Nah, stay away from my ass.
Yeah.
He was
that's
handing him cigarettes. That's why I fucking put this.
probably a good. Yeah. Let's not go there. Well, good for you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good step. Colonel, anything major in your life going on?
Other than the fact that it's sort of football season, and I'm gonna give you guys a break. I ain't gonna say shit, but be warned next Monday.
Oh, man.
Zag and myself are gonna be pretty busy the first 5 minutes of the fucking show.
The return of DCS Sports.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
it sure is.
Oh, it's only a couple of minutes. You'll live, people. Please.
You guys will be fine.
Yes, we're going to talk about
Foosball.
Just deal with it.
Yeah. All right. How about you, Ziggy?
Hey, man, it's been an interesting week. We're getting ready to gear up for the fall season at the place, so I'll be going back to work, and it's welcome. It's getting thin around here. We got a couple trips coming up. I've got a couple of shit, and I go to Cleveland here in just a short amount of time to see the zombie screening with Fabio Farisi doing the composition with his band, and I never seen anything like this. I'm very excited.
Nice.
And then today I'm just sitting here minding my own business, and Angelo shoots me. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "I spent all weekend working on your painting," and starts sending me pictures of this thing. I don't know how, but this motherfucker's outdone himself again. I'm speechless when I look at this thing. And he's like, "I'm not done yet. It's not done yet." So, I mean, wait till you see this thing. It's Day of the Dead, Romero's Day of the Dead. It's he posted it on his own page, The Progress, if you need to see it right now. But, man, once it's finished, oh, my God. Colonel, back me up here. You saw it. I sent you right away. I was like, Colonel's got to see this.
I saw it, and it looked fucking beautiful.
Dude.
And the fact that I know that the picture is not doing it justice. And I'm still telling you it looks beautiful.
So excited to see it in person.
Very cool. So, all right. Spending money. Zigzag is, for sure.
Yeah, dude.
He's a good guy. He lets me kind of give him a little bit here, a little bit there. So it's the only reason I have so many, But I always pay the bill.
There we go. All right. Well, like I mentioned in the thanks to the members, ran over to Tulsa to see the Ogletrees for a little bit. Had something I had to take over to them, and we decided to go out to eat. I had gone over primarily to see a movie that was not playing in my area called Slingshot. Have you guys heard of this one?
Heard of it, but
With-
not much.
Yeah.
With Casey Affleck and Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah,
Right,
pretty good.
something else.
Pretty good movie. Crank as fuck. Absolutely. Now, I do have a question for you, though. Even though you guys haven't seen it, is that horror enough to count in the top 20 list or whatever we do this year?
I can't even argue with you because I don't know enough about it, man. So, I'll be honest with you.
I mean, it is a science fiction movie, but
Whatever,
there's some
man.
wild shit that goes
Yeah,
on.
I could put a murder mystery on there. I think you'll be okay.
Well, I have a couple. I don't know if they'll make the top 20, but I have a couple that'll be up there, So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I need to leave them off and just move the next ones down up or what. So, because I think Civil War is probably my favorite movie of the year, and I think that's horrific. But is it horror?
You're not the only one that said that, though, about that movie.
I'm still saying no.
I don't know. You haven't seen it though yet, have you?
No.
No.
But again, it's not a fair comparison. If we're going to say that's horror, can we say Saving Private Ryan was horror? Because technically, you
No,
can make
because
a case.
that was more realistic. This is kind of fantastical, I would say.
Steampunk.
But
Okay.
realm.
No, it's not steampunk, but
No.
no, but I don't know. You guys in the comments, let us know. You
You
know?
said that shit months ago, and it's still up there. So you can do what you want. It's your fucking list.
We'll see.
We'll probably give you hell for it, like Knives Out.
It's good. It's a good fucking movie. But
Yeah.
I may have to adjust it slightly for all that. But let's see who's in the chat tonight. We got Corey in here. What's going on, Corey? I'm going to star that one for later. Corey, we'll come back to that. Ask me about the stream already. We can talk a little bit more about streaming. Chatted briefly about it, but not much. Grizzly's here. Lorena's here, of course. Not sure what she's singing or what's going on. I want to eat your hand. I want to eat your hand.
Yeah.
All right. Tarek's doing laundry.
Ah,
Gina's here. The doctor is in. Alex is here. There's Bill. All right. The little person's porn. I'm not sure we can get into. We'll save that for later. We'll save it for later. How about that?
I just had to do a spit take off camera. What the fuck, man?
Paula's here. Oh God, yeah. Joshua's here. Twisted Twinning's here. Oh, we got to talk to you guys when we get to New Mexico because we need to figure out a way to get the Saska twins or the Saska sisters and the Twisted Twinning together in some kind of bit. That has to happen.
It has to happen. This is a good get too, man, by Morgue and Krypt.
That is a good get.
You know, it's like because I immediately thought of a dozen questions we could ask them.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get a panel. We'll see.
I would assume they would do a panel. So, I think that's everybody I've hit. There's BK. Oh shit!
I saw BK.
I saw you starting the bonfire. There's a massive fire in my backyard. Fucking fire!
Fuck.
Fire.
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 There's Patricia. Yeah. All right. I think that's everybody. And there's a whole damn enchilada pod. All right. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Jeez. And there's Tommy Click. What up, Tommy?
Tommy Click in the house.
All right. Well, hell, let's get into it with our first, prearranged topic. Like I mentioned, we were going to interview Stephen Boyle about the movie The Devil Disorder, which drops on Shudder Friday.
Demon Disorder.
The Demon Disorder. Yeah, excuse me. The Demon Disorder drops on Shudder Friday. We've had a chance to see it. A couple of us did, at least.
It was a pain in the ass, man, because here's the thing. Being in the position we're in, we have some perks that go along with it. Some of them are getting to see these movies with these massive disclaimer things. You can't even mention that you've seen it.
No.
And this is one of them that's come up. But, I mean, we haven't really done anything like that in a while where we were going to deal with one of those this early. We didn't need to.
Right.
So all of our credentials have expired. In different reasons.
No,
what?
No, not all of them.
Not mine. It just
Not
was
Colonel's.
Get in.
You couldn't get in?
Because I couldn't get in. Because you open the link and it sends you an email
Yes.
to get into it. But you have to be on that same browser.
Yes.
You know how much of a pain in the ass it was to stay in that same fucking browser once they finally sent me the link? Like I said, it took me days to fucking watch this movie. Oh, boy. But I got in because I actually take advantage of it. And it kind of gives me an idea for future reference. But for future stuff, I'll just say that.
Just saying, for our purposes, we haven't needed it. Therefore,
Correct.
I changed my computer and my phone, so I have to. There's like you got to pass 2 checkpoints to get access to this, and then they superimpose your fucking name on it, kind of transparently. So if you release it, they know who to come and kill.
Right.
But we got back into it. We got to see this, and it's interesting. It's interesting. Crank, what happened?
Oh, I'm in the same boat as you are, but I, got kind of screwed over by Labor Day weekend. So, yeah. Hey.
They let me in finally. I had to get on with a Zoom meeting and show them my fucking ID and say the live date.
The date.
Yeah, okay, we'll get you going. Then it was like 4 hours later. Yep, we've reset this and that. I went and did everything, waiting for that confirmation, and they said, do this. I just went, I clicked on the link for the movie. It didn't fucking work again. I was like, what? It's the same thing, the start of it all, with a claim ticket. I just went, I don't believe this, man. And I hit back on my browser. It blinked. I was in the fucking room with the movie. I didn't question it.
Yeah.
I watched it right there.
And you just sat right there and watched it.
I fucking watched the thing, and then I paused it and left it logged in while I went and what I had to do, came back. So, I hope it's working in the future. I think it is now with the systems linked to my phone, so I should be good. But I did get to see this one, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, what can Ziggy? I'll start with you. What can you tell us about the Demon Disorder? Tell us a little bit about the story.
You folks that are into body horror, and I guess there's a thing out there called like birthing, horror birthing, and you're going to be pleased with this. It's fucking, in a word, gross. And that's for me. I found a couple of the gags, like, I was kind of like, fuck, hand to mouth at one point. And I'll talk to Colonel. I can probably, you know which one I mean. It was up the early birth, the first one. That's the one that fucking fucked me up.
The start, like literally at the start of the movie?
No, not that one. No. When the demon. It's all right. There's plenty of demons in this. Plenty.
Yeah, plenty.
Yeah.
Like unnecessarily, like an unnecessary amount.
I'm just saying this one scene was vile. And I wish we had the guy on because he talks about how they did the sound design for this scene, and that was making me fucking puke. So yeah, I didn't really know what to expect. I knew nothing about it, but it's okay. It's worth a fucking watch, especially if you're like a Cronenbergite. If you're like the Cronenberg stuff, this is for you.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of people compare it to some Cronenberg's early stuff, even.
Ooh, yeah, I'm talking The Brood, Rabid.
Yeah. What about you, Colonel? You got to watch it. What'd you think of it?
I thought it was all right. Kind of like Zag, I went into it with little or no knowledge what it was about. Dude, the special effects, especially the practical effects,
they're good. They're good.
Phenomenal. Just unfortunately for me, that's all the movie really had. I found myself doing this a lot. Oh, sorry, I'm watching a movie. Not necessarily saying it's a bad thing. I know if I was at a theater, I would have paid a little more attention because obviously I'm more aware of the people around me. I'm not an asshole. I'm not getting on my phone. I'm chilling at home. I'm like, well, it took me fucking 5 days to watch this. I better watch it right now. I was not prepared to watch the movie. Let me watch right now. And I was laying in my bed, chilling in the air conditioning, like, okay, like I said, it was okay. Definitely watch it for the special effects. There's even a few good jokes in there. Like I said, I had a hard time kind of following the story, but that's my fault for checking out a little bit. I'll be honest.
I'll back you on this because it gets a little muddled there towards the back.
Yes.
But what we have is a family of 3 brothers, and the opening scene's fucking bizarre. You just kind of have this guy wakes up. Well, he sees a guy chained to a bed, and he's kind of running his mouth and talking trash, and then he turns around and grabs this, what looks like to be some kind of monster, real quick, get him to shake, and then this kid wakes up. He's a teen, goes out in his barn, and they find there's an inside-out cow has just been born, and it's his brother sitting there kind of looking at it and gives him pulls out the gun, to take care of it. So that's where we start. So it's disturbing right out the fucking gate. Did you agree with that, Colonel?
Yeah, and it was a great start to the film. Like I said, and the story's there. You got the 3 brothers. You get a lot of flashback scenes where the father was originally the one possessed.
Oops.
Yeah. What? Oops, what? Oh, that's not a huge spoiler, man. That's not a huge spoiler. I didn't spoil anything. Okay, I spoiled a little bit, but not much.
put it into context. You could tell him his dad has a debilitating brain disease. Okay. And this is part of it. And it's kind of the underlying what this is in real life, I think, is this dealing with somebody fading away and you can't do anything about it. But yes, in this case, he's taken on a demon somehow. And the family, they make like a pact or an oath. They don't really tell you what it is, but later on you start to figure out what that oath is. And it's pretty wild.
Okay. Well, I'll probably just go ahead and wait until Friday to watch it.
Yeah. Again, wasn't it worth the hoop jumping? I could have waited.
Well,
I mean, if I knew how tonight was going to play out, I could have waited to watch that.
Oh, dude.
But perfectly fine.
I was pissed a little bit when I saw that email. I was like, fuck! You know,
Dude, I'm just happy the guy's working, man. He's consistently working. I'm okay with it, but I had questions.
Well, keep in mind, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning over there. So, you know, they've probably been on set for a few hours already, you know, especially if there's makeup involved.
Yeah.
So
knowing these guys for sure.
Yeah.
Especially what we saw. And now, Zag, there's only one bit where I saw that was clearly CGI, and I was actually okay with it. And it didn't look the greatest at first. It's like, damn it. It's like literally just a matter of seconds where you can tell it's CGI, then it goes back to practical.
Yeah.
Kudos to them, man, because like the CGI effects were at a fucking minimum.
And they had no money for this, really.
No.
So he used his own resources.
There's cool shit that makes it worth watching. I'll just have to watch it again this weekend.
Well,
on the gas on the story.
I'll be honest, Colonel. I was charmed by the brothers' relationship, especially after the first birth. It turned into Evil Dead or Phantasm for a second when the brothers got the bug and they're all fucking trying to. That's what I felt, man. So I was like, I like this, and I liked the way they interacted. Which he had another great story of directing a guy who's a method actor versus a guy who likes chaos, and it was fucking going to be a great story. I had a whole bunch of shit built around it. God damn it!
So. Save them for a later date and time, my man. Yeah, I don't know. I did think, like I said, I do appreciate the comedy that's in it.
Yeah,
you know, I'm a horror comedy fan of the group, and spoiler alert, I'll just say there's something they're chasing around the house with a fucking broom and plastic bag. The whole scene's fucking hilarious because I can't tell you how many times I've seen what are they called, huntsman spiders in Australia, those giant fucking spiders they get in their houses. People doing that same shit. So, it was just funny.
And again, did you feel like I mean, it's not as extreme as Evil Dead 2, obviously, but that same thing when he's kind of chasing the hand around or the little guys, it's like that. It's that kind of funny, you know. So, and then, but there's subtle exchanges they have throughout the movie that I chuckled a few times, man. I was like, that's funny, you know. Just some of the responses they had when they were discussing what they had to do, and as the movie progresses, just when you think everything's cool, it's not. And there's a huge twist where I can't say that.
No,
I don't want to ruin that.
No, you can't ruin that.
I can't ruin that,
dude.
All right. If you had to give it just an off the cuff score, Ziggy, what would you give it?
I came out of it with resounding. I went, absolutely. This is a 6. You know, it's a 6. So I mean, it's worth it. Worth seeing. I was entertained, and again, it's Australian, man. So you got to get used to the dialect a little bit, and they say a few things that you're going to be like, huh, you know. And then, but if you think about it, it's fine. But the chemistry between the brothers is pretty fucking good for a low budget horror movie.
All right. All right. How about you, Colonel?
I'm a little more, worldly than Zag, I guess you would say. Just fucking with you. No, the dialogue, yes, you pick up on some, but I've watched enough Australian horror where I kind of understand what they're saying. There's a couple, but real quick, But yeah, I'm with Zach. I give it a 6. And that's even coming from size. I do really like the story. Didn't grab me like it did him, obviously. But man, the practical effects alone is at least 5 points.
Nice.
So
I just think where they end up going with it, I kind of was, again, a kind of a disappointing third act. I mean, there's still eye-popping fucking gore in it, but it's still, the story-wise, it gets a little bit, could have been, a little better. Especially,
go ahead.
Especially if you've seen his 2 shorts, we can talk about those a little bit later. Those are fucking top-notch. They're 2 10-minute shorts, not related. No. And just to show you what he's into and what he can do, like special effects-wise, fuck, these are amazing.
Evulsion was great.
Oh my god, man! This is a 10 minutes. I could see them trying to make a movie out of this too. You know what I mean? At some point,
that's a stretch.
You shouldn't, because this is perfect. 10 minutes, is perfect.
Yeah, so
maybe 30. You can maybe stretch it for 30, but yeah, that's like a night swim kind of thing. The short is great.
Oh, the
feature is awful. So
just real quick for my little bow on this, on what Zach said before we move to the next topic, so you and FaZe can jump in. I'm going to dub 2024 the year of the disappointing money shot, just because they're mentioning porn in the comments. It's just a lot of the third acts has just been very disappointing this year, man.
I should have maybe said something different than open topic. Maybe like limited open topic or something.
I'm afraid to look at those.
Right, because it's crazy.
I'm seeing a lot of porn stuff and little
midget
people
porn,
stuff and
clown porn,
clown porn,
cannibal porn,
or
just cannibals. Even like I don't know. It's all crazy.
I'll take cannibals for 100.
We'll get into that. No, we'll get into that later.
Yeah,
maybe. All right. Well, Demon Disorder, Ziggy and Colonel give it a 6. Available on Shudder this Friday. So all you Shudder heads out there, head on over there and check it out. You want to stay on the Evulsion and the Mullet? What was the other one? Mullet Gut.
Yeah.
You want to talk about those two real quick?
Just yeah.
I watched both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Evulsion's great.
Yeah. The other one, not as good, but it's an interesting story, man. And
I feel like they didn't end it the way they wanted to.
Probably not.
You know what I mean? Because that ending didn't do anything for me.
Well, you needed to see
on Mullet Gut.
You would have needed to see the other guy get smacked, I think, or cut, whatever happened to him.
Yeah.
But it's still, it's almost like in that vein of Sleepers. You know what I mean? It's like a catching up with your tormentor 40 years later.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, not to that extreme, of course.
I think Sleepers did it better.
Yeah. I mean, this one, obviously there's probably some inspiration there, I would think.
Yeah, I could see that now that I think about
it. But yeah, it's that kind of revenge thing, but it just goes fucking haywire. I just dig this guy, man. He's a clever dude, and interested in seeing more from Stephen Boyle, I think.
And both of the shorts, at least, kind of led me to think he thought of some kind of effects build that he wanted to do, and then crafted a story around that. Like he almost had to work backwards. Like, I don't want to give too much away, but I want to tear this leg off.
Yeah, definitely watch that one. Yeah,
and then what would be the purpose around that? And then he built a story around going to that. So,
I was completely, what the fuck? When shit started going on, and then another shit starts happening, and you're going, what is this?
Right.
I was like, this is a dream. This has to be a dream.
But, it all kind of makes sense at the end.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
So it worked.
Satisfying. Yeah, definitely a cool little 10-minute short that
right.
Shit, that's when we can show Halloween night, hopefully,
Oh yeah, maybe so.
Yeah. We'll see.
We haven't announced that yet.
That's all right. We're gonna do some stuff. It's cool. We're gonna show some art. We're showing artwork, man. That's what we're doing.
God damn it, the guy that can't keep his fucking mouth
You
shut.
fucking can't, dude. Hey, Zach, loose lips sink ships, my guy.
They don't know where I'm at.
God damn it, stop!
It's only a month away. You guys shut up.
Man. Yeah, so, all right. That's enough about Demon Disorder. Let me check. Jesus.
Had a really
Nice.
cool interview wrapped around that movie. So
How many comments do you have loaded already?
202.
I started like some good questions.
I know you have, but good
You started
Lord.
me too.
And 175 are about clowns, little people,
At least, I mean,
and cannibals.
it's pretty nuts.
Wow.
It's entertaining.
Wow. You guys.
I'm not going over there. I'll
You
read it
guys-
at the end like I usually do and get a laugh.
You
My
guys
job
are,
is to be entertained by our audience. It really is.
You guys are wicked weird.
Aren't they, though? Like we can't talk about any of this, except maybe cannibals, I guess.
All right. Let's see if I can get one of these comments here. All right, here we go. Whole damn enchilada pod. Gotta get you guys on with us soon for the What is Horror show. We can even do a different night than Thursday if it's easier. That'd be that's definitely a possibility there, Rick. I know we've talked about it before in the past, and Thursdays aren't necessarily good for me anymore. So we may have to do maybe like a Tuesday or something, if possible, or even a Friday if that was open for you guys. But yeah, horror's subjective. You know, there's not one person out there. I wouldn't tell these guys what horror is.
Who's over there? What?
Yeah,
There's nothing over there.
Well,
There you go.
that's why I'm pointing over there. I'm pointing over there because I wouldn't tell those guys. I would tell these guys. No,
Okay.
But we all have a fairly similar opinion about what horror is. So I think there are a few exceptions to the rule, but you know,
Subjective is the right word.
yeah. But it pisses. The one thing that really pisses me off is when somebody comes along and says something like long legs isn't horror. You know, I'm like,
Yes, it is.
how's that not horror?
how is that not horror? You know, so yeah, but people do that with almost every fucking horror movie now, unless it's like a full-blown slasher. Like I remember when In a Violent Nature came out and people were like, that's not horror. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Stop it. You know, that's just dumb.
Now you're just being stupid for stupid's sake.
I pushed all that right into the troll file at that point. you
Right.
know. Get out of here. Speaking of the whole damn enchilada, like I am going to see Zombie in the theater, and Rick's joining me for that down there in Cleveland.
Right.
And then the next day, yours truly is we're gonna get onto some Fulci on the whole damn enchilada podcast. I'm gonna join those guys, and we're gonna Fulci it up and do it right. I don't know. I might have to bring Colonel in here too to get some Beyond action in there.
Why
If
not?
he's available, huh?
Why not?
We'll talk to Rick, man. Yeah, because I don't
Yeah.
know who else he's got in there, but
Fair enough.
that'll be fun.
Twisted Twinning makes a good point here too, though. They say the first mistake was calling this open topic night, and the second was thinking things wouldn't end up like this.
Yeah, I love that.
You've got a point. You've got a very valid point. Before we move on to our next topic, I wanted to mention a couple of things I picked up while I was over in Tulsa. I did not get to. I forgot to at the top, but I picked up the one of the latest Stephen King books. I always try to collect the hardcovers. I hate that like 90% of the stuff in bookstores is all soft covers anymore.
Mhm.
Even these in
Paperback.
large sizes, but all paperbacks basically.
It's like they do a limited run of the hardcovers, and then that's it.
Right. I want a hardcover, and I finally found You Like It Darker, a series of stories. So I grabbed that. And then I've had my eye on this for about a year. I can't remember when exactly this came out. I guess it's been 2 years now, almost. But I picked up a copy of the American Psycho game.
Ooh,
It's a
nice.
game.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Hold on. Give me that full screen here. Boom.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. What you got?
There we go. Yeah. It says a killer game, and then on the back here, it's got kind of the layout and everything.
Let's see. You need 45 to 60 minutes, 2 to 5 players. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So, pick this up for $30. It does say it's a Barnes and Noble exclusive. So,
yeah, I've never seen that shit around. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen this at a con or anything. Oh. So, and I always look at the games when we go to the cons. So, I don't know. But yeah, added a couple of things from my shelf. Bronson, we'll get to that here in a little bit. So, hold that thought. Let's
Comments
see.
are rolling in still.
Let's get this one out of the way too. Corey wants to know: did anyone see Stream? Any thoughts? Because that'll lead right into our next topic.
I'm out.
I missed it, unfortunately.
I
want to see it though.
Yeah, I wanted to see it one showing, one night.
Right. There were no showings.
I got you.
Yeah, over here it was like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one night, or each night one showing.
So Ziggy and I got to see it. Good concept.
I think
I think I would have given it a 5.
I think I went 6 on that one too.
Yeah. A little long.
Because that was my thought on it. It was the director had, with COVID and everything, had all this time to go in and like kind of recut it and reimagine it how he wanted it, his editing. He edited his own stuff. Man, I think that's a mistake. You need a fresh pair of eyes on that. Let them do that initial cut. Then you go in and go, no, this has got to be there because, and then you get the right cut. It's the right length, and you got all the important connectors, as it were. But a bit long, and there was a lot of fluff in this one.
Not necessarily fluff. It was just I still don't understand why. Because they never really tie anything back to it. Why is the dad watching the videos at the beginning and being so sad and forlorn?
I just went with, okay, he's mourning the loss of whatever, the mom and stuff.
But she's there.
Well, Danielle is, that's right. She gets killed there. So he was looking at, okay.
Was that seasonal depression?
I don't know. But the worst part about that is that Jeffrey Combs references it in the climax. It's just like, you don't have to be sitting at home watching your videos. I'm like, you're not watching them. How do you know this? That threw me off.
It almost seems like they left a ton of shit out to set it up for.
Which makes me worry even more. Because then it was going to be a 3 fucking hour movie.
Yeah. But then fuck, the ending was really pretty cool with all that, and even with people spoiling the big surprise at the end. When the directors themselves came on, I'm not going to do it just because I'm not. I said this before when we talked about it, when some asshat went on and said, that was I wasn't mad that so and so mentioned that so and so was at the end of the movie. He didn't need to do it that way.
Right.
You didn't need to say it that way.
Right.
So it's another fucking attention whore, and yeah.
All right.
I have a question about that, but
go ahead. What do you got?
Because they'll kind of give it away. I think everybody knows at this point, but I'll save it for when I eventually watch stream. I'll answer my own question. It's no big deal.
Oh boy. Tarek says he's doing casting for the DCS movie now.
Oh shit.
Nicolas Cage is Ziggy.
That's a reach.
After that, wow. A minute ago, I gotta say Owen Wilson is Crank.
Oh man.
It's even a bigger reach.
Owen Wilson is Crank. I mean, it's gonna work just fine.
Still working on the other two.
What would this movie be about?
Well, Colonel is clearly
Nick
that
Frost.
One guy.
The dude from
Yeah, Nick Frost.
Nick Frost.
Brad Pitt, baby, all day.
No.
You guys are spot on, man.
FaZe? Who would FaZe be?
We need to cast FaZe. Let's see here.
Timothy Chalamet.
What the hell? I have to look him
No,
up.
no,
I'm
no.
not sure.
We need that DJ.
DJ Qualls or whatever his name
DJ
is.
Qualls, yeah, from Road Trip, with a mustache. He might be able to do it in a wig. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh Lord. All right.
Bob Odenkirk, fucking Derek. I love that.
Bob Odenkirk is phase.
Yeah.
There we go.
I would love that.
That's not bad. All right. Let's hit another topic here. Since we talked about stream for a little bit, and if it is still around in your theater, go see it. If it's not, see it immediately when it comes out on.
I mean,
whatever streaming service.
The motherfucker pops up on Vudu, man. I'm renting it.
The interest generated will transfer over to them and hopefully get them another film that they need to.
Right. We like to support those guys.
Yeah.
We like to support a lot of different people. So
we're here for everybody.
It's all open mostly. But let's talk about that Terrifier 3 trailer. That dropped last week, and
you know what?
Everyone's freaking out about it.
I've avoided the teasers. I've avoided this trailer. I made a vow not to watch anything going into Terrifier
that's right.
3, and I've lived up to it. And now I have seen a couple of clips. Someone, people do the screen caps, and I'm scrolling. So I've seen Art in the Santa suit. Fine. I already know it's a Christmas movie. I get that. It's fine. I haven't seen any actual footage, so I don't know.
Okay. Well,
aside from the original teaser trailer that they dropped way back when.
Well, we are going to fucking ruin it, and spoiler alert for you, Zach.
Yeah, I was trying to scroll up to get to this. Ziggy, this is for you.
All right, watch this.
Why don't you go take a shit?
All right. Colonel, what'd you think of the Terrifier 3 trailer?
It did its job. It has me hyped for it. I mean, I was hyped for it to begin with. But man, there's little Easter eggs in there towards a few other Halloween or holiday themed horror movies.
Yes, it does.
Christmas one was
there's some Black Christmas references all up in this bitch.
I was like, fuck yeah. And like I said, again, not a hater, but not a fan. It's like, fuck, I like that because now I'm going to look forward to more holiday horror themed Easter eggs in this fucking movie. Because we know it's going to be a long one. Not as long as 2, but we still know it's going to be long. I'm pretty sure Damien came out and gave the runtime. It was just shy of 2 hours? Something like that?
I think he said it's going to be shorter than the last one. But I
That's
don't know
what all
if
he
he's
said,
announced the
yeah.
runtime.
Well, I'm still going to go with the well, you know what?
The last one was 2:18, so it could clock in at 2:15 and be shorter.
I'm going 157. That's what I got going on right now. But I'm going to go with the Regal app.
I'll take the over.
You want to take the over?
I'll take the over on that for sure.
Well, the Regal app right now, you are correct. You won the bet. The Regal app right now says it's a runtime of 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's everything you want in Terrifier, man. You get a little bit of story, what's going on. That I will not say. Just tons of fucking gore, silly clown tricks. It's going to be a Terrifier movie, man. They're not reinventing their own wheel here. Like they know how their bread is fucking buttered, and they're sticking to it.
Again, I'm not as big on the Art the Clown train as these guys are. It looks fine. The trailer looks fine. It seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Colonel, it seems like there's been a time jump of at least 3 years.
Yeah,
at least 2 years.
No, didn't they say it was like 4 years? We'll say 2 to 4.
Okay.
So I think I remember specifically saying 4, but my memory's not that fucking great anymore.
So Sienna's in college now, which makes sense. She's in a sorority, which makes all these Black Christmas references great. In fact, there's one fucking shot that looks lifted straight out of It's Me, Billy, dude. Yeah. And I'm looking at, and it's one of the early shots in the trailer. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? So I thought that was pretty weird, but also, nice that it was there. Maybe they're fans of McRae. Who knows? Maybe that was just a little wink and a nod to Dave McRae and Bruce Dale. But there's a couple other things that are Black Christmas related. But Art looks brutal again. He looks funny. He looks surprising. I'm sure there's going to be some jump scares and tons of gore for all you fans out there. So, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to the scene where in the trailer he shows up. He's wearing a Santa mask over his face. Like, who's that Santa? He sits down and takes it off, and these kids are running up, Santa! The next, they see him on fucking hauling ass out of there.
Right. What did he pull out of his bag of tricks that ran all the kids off? probably somebody's head, honestly.
No, sure.
Body part of some kind,
You're not going to beat the decapitated candy bowl from 2.
That was pretty good.
I don't think they can beat it. I'll say that. I'll have to wait till October 11th to find out, or 12th. I'm going fucking opening night, dude. I'm not waiting. I'm going on a fucking Thursday.
If I'm not working, which I am normally Thursdays now, I'll probably have to go see it on a Friday. So I won't make it opening day. But let's bring Ziggy back in. I think we can bring him back in now.
I'm going to spoil the fuck out of him as soon as he put.
Come on.
So anyway.
No, what's funny is the selfie guy from 2.
Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah.
He was like, no, man. And the teaser's like, go ahead and watch it, dude. Go on, watch it. You don't want you to. Come on, watch it. He was all hyping me all up like he did at the fucking show that one time, man.
He's nuts, man. I love him. All right. Joshua, can't wait to see T3. Tarek says T3 looks cryptic, but I'm sure it'll be awesome. He also says all the Easter eggs and references. Art is now the Deadpool of slasher films. I can go along with that.
Yeah.
All right.
He says
Kiara,
all questions will be answered.
Yeah. No, he says most will be answered. He didn't say all.
He said we would be satisfied walking out of Terrifier 3 with the questions we need to know, he said.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but we'll see. Kiara says, can't wait to see husband Howard Thornton in action again. I mean, David Howard Thornton. Yeah. We know.
Did you call him Daddy before?
I'm sure she has, or if she hasn't, she will. Alex says 2 hours. Wow. Yeah. And then Rick, my thoughts exactly. Can we get 90-minute movies?
I don't think so.
I'm right with you, Rick, man. What the fuck is with these 2-hour films?
I don't mind it though if it's a good film, because I feel like I'm getting my money for it. But I don't mind sitting in there an extra 40 minutes.
Well, hey Rick, Afraid, which also dropped in theaters this weekend, is only 84 minutes. Does that work for you?
There we go. That's much better. Yes.
I've heard that's trash, but I have not seen it yet.
Well, fuck. I mean, then, well, damn it.
Even the Demon Disorder is only like 127 or something like that. So, yeah.
There we go. Corey says, my mom wants me to go to a con. My mom wants to go to a con with me next year. And Corey says, I want to do Curse of Your Luck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, make sure to hit those cons up on social media and request us.
Otherwise, you're going to have to come to New Mexico.
Right now, yep, New Mexico's it. For the time being.
I'm starting to see, I will not say names, but a somewhat local con to me, I've seen what they have going on later this year. And one of them is, let's say, often imitated, but we're never going to be duplicated. I'll tell you guys off air.
Is somebody... All right.
Someone doing a game show, those fucking cocks.
Well, not the trivia. It's enough.
Trivia is trivia. I'm not mad at trivia. That means they looked into what we do and went, fuck that.
That's Jesus. Too hard.
Those guys are fucking crazy.
Yeah. Off air, I'll fill you in more. I think it's more than just that.
Oh, boy.
It's fine. Again, you know my thoughts on that particular.
I'm going to laugh.
Yeah.
I laughed at it. You guys will laugh.
Yeah.
But
All right. Okay. Let's see here. Is that enough about... Well, before we move on from the trailer, yes, I want to talk about this.
Oh, I'm so glad you want to talk about this because I was going to say, just be careful what you say when you review it.
It's open topic night, folks.
Yeah.
Let's get frisky.
Oh.
All right. So, I'm not a member of this group anymore, but there's a Terrifier appreciation group out there on social media. They have their own T-shirts made and everything.
Crank told them to go fuck themselves, and they banned his ass. No, we don't know why.
He just got banned for no reason.
I shared an interview with David Howard Thornton, and they took it out and kicked me off.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
I've shared Art the Clown stuff in there before. I don't understand.
See, I've shared interviews in there as well.
It was our stuff. I think it was an ad, or not an ad, but a link to an event that was coming. Like, hey, in 4 hours we're interviewing David Howard Thornton, and they were like, can't advertise your podcast or what, whatever they say. So I was like, well, I thought if anyone was going to want a David Howard Thornton interview, it was going to be the Art the Clown Appreciation Society. Anyway, I'm not a member of this group. I like the fact that we've gone up 3 viewers since I started talking about this, which means it's probably 3 of them. Anyway, I'm not a member of this group anymore. Ziggy is.
Yeah, I'm in.
And
Ziggy is.
I am as well.
Yeah.
I've been in there since the beginning.
Yeah.
Have you been following that thread then that Ziggy sent?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still trying to piece this puzzle together, man. Like, there's no context.
Well, from what I understand, another filmmaker, if we need to mention names, we can later.
We can.
But somebody in the group mentioned, I think, I would love to see the Terrifier guys, like Damien and David, take on Friday the 13th. Is that about right so far? Is that what happened?
I don't think so. I think it was more. I wish I saw less of this in my feed.
Well, from what I was told by this particular filmmaker, that's where this all started.
Okay, that's
because he responded and said, "I don't want them touching it with a 10-foot pole. It's their style of filmmaking is not right for a Friday the 13th franchise."
And it's an opinion. That's what's wrong with that. Yeah,
and it's a very good opinion.
Absolutely,
in my opinion. Because I agree with that guy 100%. I don't see Jason this way.
I could see it because it might make it batshit crazy. Fuck, we might do something stupid and make Jason scary again. How fucking awful would that be?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if it was in their hands, I have enough faith in him that he would do Jason right. I'm not saying he's the best guy for the job.
No, I would much rather. Yeah, I would much rather see those guys handle it. They've proven they can do this style of thing with the proper respect and treatment to it. So, yeah.
All right.
And okay, so let's proceed.
Get ready for a 3-hour, fantasy She-Ra sequel to Friday the 13th. Then I guess
this motherfucker was going to say She-Ra.
I did.
That's a
She-Ra.
Deep dive in the. What'd they have it? The Princess of Power. That's what it was. Oh fuck!
Isn't that what Sienna's turning into at the end of 2?
Pretty much.
Let's be real. Anyway, this filmmaker expressed doubt that they were the right people to carry on that, and the conversation got uglier as it went on. And then a portion of it was clipped and shared in the Terrifier Art the Clown Appreciation Group. And
out of context, I might add, there's no context to it.
Out of context.
They picked the worst fucking part that painted the worst picture for one of the posters.
Right. And it just unleashed a hell from the Terrifier cult. And yes, they are a cult. I will say that.
They remind me of a certain type of people.
Yeah.
We run into them at all these conventions. It's, you know what I mean?
But they're the same.
It's the same 30 people.
It's the same.
that are
It's
there.
the same gatekeeping shit, though. It doesn't matter if it's Art the Clown or if it's the early Halloween movies as opposed to the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. Or it's the same gatekeeping shit. And if you have an opinion anywhere, even that much different than theirs, then you're an enemy of the people and you're kicked out.
I guess because I'm the one that kind of said I see him. I was way early with that. He's on the rise as one of these new iconic guys that could possibly one day stand next to Jason, Michael, Freddy, and Leatherface, and maybe Scream and all that shit. But it doesn't mean my view lines up with them. But fuck, I don't. Terrifier is an acquired taste, man. It is not for everybody.
No,
it is. It's again, like I said, I'm a Zag. From the beginning, first time I seen Terrifier, I'm like, we may have our new slasher icon. We went back. You shake your head, which is fine. Agree to disagree. It's okay. Which by the time we're done discussing this, I'll say what I said in the chat because I think it holds true very well. But it's like I kind of liken them to like the majority of the people in this group as like, I don't know, for example, we'll say like the original Metallica fans, like the first 4 albums.
Oh.
It's like they knew Art before he blew up.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're very protective of their icon. It's just, I don't know.
But you know what? 75% of that group wasn't there before Terrifier 2 was even
No,
out.
they weren't. That's the sad part. And I think that 75% are the ones making a bad name for the 25% that would say you and I are part of. Because I've been in that group since it fucking came around. Because
I enjoyed most of the stuff in there. Yeah, I enjoyed most of their postings and stuff.
Hell,
too.
I share our fucking interviews in there.
Yeah.
Not the, I don't.
I know.
Just
I
the
share.
YouTube link, but
Yeah. I
don't
know.
have balls like Frank. I'll be honest. I read the guidelines. It's fucking with you.
I read the guidelines too, like 2 years ago when I, joined. But
yeah, but I'm in so many fucking groups. I don't always remember what everyone's little detail is about promoting and stuff, and putting stuff in.
Right.
It's usually if it's relatable, it's okay. And I know I've posted stuff that's tagged to us in that group.
Well, I even immediately messaged one of the admins, and I was just like, "Hey, can anybody explain to me why I was banned from the group?" And never heard anything back. Yeah, I was like,
because you didn't buy a T-shirt.
That must be it.
I'm in one of those group shots somewhere. I think it's Whorehound.
Probably.
And they were getting the picture going. I ran over there and jumped in.
Anyway, my point about this is the Terrifier group then proceeded to make their way over to YouTube, where this filmmaker has a couple of films put out, and made enough formal complaints about at least one of his videos that it got age restricted, which basically kills the algorithm for any video that he puts out, or that video especially, and it hurts his channel overall. So my point is, why be so fucking vindictive? You're both well, the group isn't even the filmmakers. It's just, I have another term, but I'll just say the fans of that particular film or series of films, or the filmmakers in general. And that group is affecting another indie filmmaker, which I say is bullshit. And I think it's just petty. And I've lost a lot of respect for the general Art the Clown Terrifier fan. Not speaking about the ones I know personally in this group, but that if I see one of those shirts, I'm going to know, probably an asshole.
Well, again, I agree with you. What was done is bullshit. But like I told you guys in the chat, unfortunately, that's the society we live in now. Not just online, in general. It's like I said, I call it a gang mentality. If you're not with us, you're against us, and fuck you. No one's willing to agree to disagree anymore. Hear anybody out? I disagree, but that's your opinion. You're welcome to it, to have it. Just no one. Again, no one's fucking civil anymore, and especially behind these keyboards. It's all
Right.
Yeah, you see my profile picture, my name, but you don't know me. I don't know you. It's fucking bullshit, man. It's just what's wrong with society in general, man. I fucking hate it.
I do dig Terrifier, the series, the whole thing. I like the character, and I do believe he will be iconic. I think it's inevitable at this point. But I agree with you guys. I don't think a disagreement like this you don't need to go out there and ruin a guy's fucking business like that. Like they're not doing that to you. I agree. It was kind of a dickhead comment. I agree. It was something to the lines of, I wish I didn't see so much of this in my feed. And somebody made a point about, hey, it's another independent. I actually, there's somebody that goes out there and supports all the independent stuff like that and just said, look, you should embrace it all. And there was just some things said that, you know what I mean? It's unflattering about the product and everything. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree.
It did go both ways.
It did. I understand, but it should have. Someone's got to be the bigger man here. You know what I mean? And
Right.
Just because there's plenty of fucking room out there for all of this. So I mean, it's just a shame. I don't know. Like I said, I kind of like staying out of it, but I mean, I can't wait for Terrifier 3. I can't wait for more Arthur Clown. I can't wait to see what they've come up with. That could, I like the idea of having to top these crazy things they've done in their previous films. I'm into all of that. But, fuck, man, you got to, yeah. Can't we all just get along?
Right. Hold on. Alex says, Crank is doing the Lewis Black impressions.
Yeah.
Put my glasses down a little bit further.
Shit.
We'll tear it out. There was another impression that somebody
And
nailed up there.
again, if you're gonna put out stuff like that, and there's some mouth breathers out there reading that little snippet of context and going, "Oh my god," and flying right off the handle and going into full attack mode.
Right.
Come on, we don't need that.
Well, that's another thing. People are too quick to fucking jump to conclusions, as we all know from one of the.
Woo!
Yeah. So, it just goes back to the society we live in. It's just a fucking shame. It really is. So I'm with you. I support both camps, and I will continue to support both camps. It's just there was two wrongs in this one. Just unfortunately, one camp's following is a little more drastic than the other. We'll just say that. Like,
it's still petty.
It's very petty. Like,
and I don't know why the two can't just fucking coexist. Is it so bad what he said
Let's
that
do better?
Yeah.
Well, he's entitled to his opinion.
right? And,
So
but that warrants him a kick off the page, and
Yeah,
and then
canceling. Come on, man. That's,
and then going after his own art. No,
again, well, I would say the proof is in the pudding. If you're going to compare art, then you get what you get. Sorry, that's the reality here.
there's a part of me that, I'm
Just
not going to
leave it. I think we've said enough. If you guys, you're not dumb, you can figure out what's going on here. It's out there. Go ahead and you can find it.
yeah, it's not hard to find at all.
Yeah.
Right. Kiara says Terrifier fans can be toxic for no reason. This is
Very
true.
much so. Very much so.
It's like a younger group, though. Overall, I think.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty typical for a toxic fan base. I mean, they're around. It just sucks that it bled into horror like this.
Yeah.
Well,
And
horror
I was
itself
surprised by
has
that, though.
no, but horror itself has a pretty toxic fan base in some.
It has the toxic
Case.
side.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, definitely in some aspects. It's.
I'll say every fan base has its bad apples, man. It doesn't matter. It could be a fucking fish fan base. You know what I mean? And
There
they're
are
just
some
fucking apples.
notorious ones, and Terrifier is kind of becoming one
Yeah.
of those. It's
Do
too
you
bad.
mean the animal or the band?
The jam band Fish.
Oh,
I'm sure
okay.
you got
I was
members of that fan base too.
Did I get another fucking spit take?
What's going on tonight, man? You waiting for me to drink before you say some ridiculous
Well,
shit?
fuck, now I am. Now that I've gotten you twice, fuck yeah, now I am.
Damn.
Kiara also says not interacting with the Terrifier fans can improve your mental health by 80%.
Yes.
I've not had a bad experience personally with anybody in that group, and any con or anything like that. You know, I wish you'd kind of let my brother back in, but I understand. You know, I mean,
the only reason I want to be in is to follow this trail and be able to like see the full context of it all.
and,
you know,
that's it though. They just took a couple of snippets, and that's
I know.
That's kind of the shitty part of it, but
I could use that as a starting point and trace it back to the original post.
I mean, the bottom line is that other thing had a fuck ton of views already, so you know
It's too late now.
Yeah.
Tarek summarizes this pretty good. In the slasher band, Art is the new bassist, and we're still not sure about it.
You know, could be the front man too. Could be, is it Sammy Hagar or Gary Sharon? There you go.
Who's the other guy that's singing in
that
Van
dates one,
Halen?
Yeah.
doesn't it? It's a Van Halen reference, folks.
Well, I was gonna go Metallica. It's like, you know, I'll say Jason's fucking Cliff. I'll say Jason Voorhees is Cliff. I have to say his last name. And then Jason Newsted's fucking Art. Both very good. Just Jason's better. Voorhees is better. So.
Did you just
we all know Cliff was the better bassist than Jason, but they're both really fucking good.
Oof.
I was gonna say, but
I will never say Jason Newsted's better than Cliff Burton.
But what about the other guy?
Oh, Robert, whatever.
Yeah,
Trujillo. He does the job. He's good. He's good too. I'm just saying, I'm not as impressed with his playing as I was. Like, I'm sorry. As far as like bass players go, there's only two bass gods for me. We're way off topic now. It's fucking Cliff Burton and Les Claypool. All right, everybody else is like, they're good, but they're not fucking Les or fucking Cliff.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's fair.
I anticipate
we all have our
thrashing
opinions
coming your way, man.
Do what?
I anticipate a thrashing coming your way from the audience if some certain people are out there.
I don't give a fuck. I'll fucking head up with them. I don't give a shit.
Did you just get kicked off the Metallica appreciation?
I don't know. That was the best bass player they fucking had. I thought that was common knowledge.
Oh, wait a minute. Incoming message from Jason Newsted.
I said he was good too. They all three have their different playing styles. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, good God. Jesus Lord. Well, there was a fucking thing here. Oh, there it is. All right. Grizzly says, the thing with Terrifier is you know what you were getting. Light story, huge amounts of blood, and original kills. All right.
But the second one laid out all this story and lore and a sword and medieval times almost. It was we got to see 3 before we really know what the fuck we're getting. Yeah, Gary, I totally agree. Part 1 has no plot. It doesn't need one. The spectacle is enough.
No, we kind of need a plot, man. I'll disagree with you on that one.
Yes, we need a fucking plot.
I still like it though.
I'm still going to like it too, but I still want a fucking plot by now. I want some answers.
Now, yes, but I mean that first one is fine the way it is.
I agree. I mean, it's still with no story in it, but it didn't affect I still loved it.
Yeah, but the first one also wasn't 2.5 hours fucking long. The second one was, but not the first one.
And see, I didn't mind that 2.5 hours the first time I seen it.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm doing the double feature.
Now it's like, God damn, like
I'm fucking doing it.
I did.
The double feature here. They have the double fucking feature.
You enjoy the 5 hours that you'll be sitting there on your broken ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, enjoy that.
This would be a hemorrhoid pillow with me.
Yeah, you better take the donut.
I got a month still to heal.
You better take.
I hope he takes a donut and there's a fucking staple sticking out just enough in his seat where it pops it. He just slowly deflates.
Oh, good Lord. All right, let's look at another comment here, and then we'll get... well, we can't really talk too much about this one, Rick. Rick says number one for the year, I think is what he's saying, is Strange Darling.
Just got added to my local theater down the road, so I will be seeing it this week sometime.
You need to see that one.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed with that one. It's in my top 5 right now. I'm not exactly sure where it's gonna falter, but yeah, it's there. So
my buddy, who's kind of he's an intellect fella, you know, he's a rapper, very quick. So he went and saw it and said, "Dude, did you see this yet?" He comes out of the blue, texting me after, "You got to go see this." I went, "Oh yeah, cool."
Yeah. I've had 2 people that I don't know, like one, well, actually both from like my high school days, like that I talk to like once a year or twice a year, and both of them have hit me up about this movie. Like, have you seen this yet? You need to go see it. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I went and saw it. Of course I went and saw it.
Yeah.
But it was funny because I hardly ever hear from them about horror movies, you know. I hear from them about just other dumb random shit from, you know, back in the day. But all right, Grizzly wants to know, I think one of the best I don't know if this is a question or not. I think one of the best interactions I had this week was when someone told me that Blumhouse is doing the remake for Christine, and I asked if it was going to be a Tesla. I'm glad you had the rim shot ready for that one. Since he brought it up, Blumhouse, Christine remake. Any excitement whatsoever, Colonel?
No. Now I am curious if it's going to be a Tesla. See, I'm thinking the budget's going to be so low, it's going to be a first-gen Prius, but we'll see.
Oh, it's definitely going to be an electric car of some kind.
Definitely. Fuck no. But I'll be honest, it's not like where Christine's like, I'm like, oh, this movie's untouchable. You can't remake it. I'm like, I just wish it wasn't by Blumhouse because I know it's going to be shit.
Do you remember what we said before about this? They need to shoot it in the same time period.
I agree. Do you think they will, being Blumhouse?
No.
No. They're going to go back 20 years like the early 2000s. They'll do the same time.
I don't even think they'll do that far. I think it'll be fairly modern day.
I have zero faith. Zero point.
It's Blumhouse. Of course I have zero faith.
Come on, man. What? Give me. I'll stand. The Invisible Man is the last time Blumhouse delivered a satisfying film.
I agree, but it's also the first time in a long time that they delivered a satisfying film. So to me, they had a run of shit before it and a run of shit after. It's just cookie cutter, man. I can't stand that show.
Was that the last one?
For me, it was the last one I really enjoyed.
Back me up, man. Oh wait, Fantasy Island.
No, not Fantasy. I wasn't thinking of Fantasy Island. Go fuck yourself.
Because I think Fantasy Island came out before that, didn't it? Like the month before.
I don't know.
So I'm pretty sure The Invisible Man was the last movie we reviewed before COVID shut everything down.
What about? Yeah, it was. But what about? I thought we all kind of were okay with Megan.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, all right. Compared to what they've been making, it still doesn't come close to The Invisible Man, but yet much better than Night Swim. I'll give you that.
Year, yeah, Megan was okay.
Yeah, that was in most of our list for last year.
Invisible Man's an 8, Megan's a 6.5. You know what I mean? It's
all right.
So
all right.
Comparing apples to oranges, and we get Megan, you're comparing oranges to fucking dates. Like,
oh no, I'm not saying it's better than Invisible Man, but I'm just saying there was at least something else that was okay from them in the last couple of years. Not much, especially for a project that puts out like 15 different films a year. You know, 4 or 5 in theaters and 10 on streaming.
fucking Hulu. Check these out on Hulu. I'm like, no, I should.
Does it say BH in front of it? Then no.
What did I see they got coming? There was a trailer that got dropped. Are they part of that Speak No Evil?
Yeah. It's Blumhouse.
Yeah.
Which means I don't even want to. No.
I don't have high hopes for that one either because I like the original from only 2 years ago.
True that.
So,
I like that they got fucking Professor X in there, but
yeah, McAvoy, whatever.
Let's be honest.
James McAvoy. He's a solid actor. But
he's a solid actor. That's why I was like, ooh, but it's not enough to make me want to see it or be excited for it. Because it's Blumhouse. It's going to suck.
Right. I have little faith in that one too. Anything with Blumhouse's name attached to it, I have low expectations for.
Honestly,
I'm kind of irritated that Flanagan got reconnected with them again for that Exorcist, but
well, hopefully he tells them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
That gives me hope Flanagan be involved. But I don't know about you guys, but every time I see that fucking Speak No Evil trailer, I'm like, I like this the better the first time it came out. It was called People Under the Stairs because the kid don't have a fucking tongue. But
that's not the same.
It's a very loose fucking reference, but that's why I tell myself to giggle. Run, fool.
Run, fool. Eat a fool.
All right. I threw this in here. I don't know if you guys have even seen it, but I threw this in here as a topic. Did any of you guys watch the Apartment 7A trailer?
I did because you told us to, and I'm like, wow.
For those that don't know, Apartment 7A is a prequel to coming out on Paramount Plus September 27th, I believe. That is a prequel to Rosemary's Baby, and this stars Julia Garner in a completely new role, not Rosemary, obviously, but it does connect to the older couple somehow that's in Rosemary's Baby. So, Colonel, since you saw the trailer, what did you think?
I think it's probably the third movie this year about the Antichrist being born. Yay. But I did get a good laugh when they kept showing her break her ankle over and over and over again. I was like, I felt that pain. If you guys ever rolled your ankle playing basketball or something, that shit fucking hurts.
Great thing.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, here we go. I'm like, yeah, I can get what the fuck ever. I've already seen this movie 3 times this year. Which I finally did watch Immaculate. That was pretty good.
Immaculate's not bad. First Omen's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's 2 at least. Marcus, going back to Blumhouse for a minute. Marcus says Blumhouse figured out how to maximize small budgets. True.
I understand that, but
they need to hire different writers to do polishes because the first drafts that they get and don't do dick with are light or weak.
Or who's choosing the subjects that they're they got to have fucking stacks of fucking scripts to make.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Ziggy, did you see this trailer?
Do we really need a prequel to Rosemary's Baby?
But that's the thing now. Everything's getting a fucking prequel.
Yeah.
Didn't even need a prequel to The Omen. Like, it was clear as fucking day in the original.
We didn't need it. It worked. But we didn't need it.
It did work. I will give it credit. That was better than I ever thought it was going to fucking be.
Yeah. I would say that one's better than the fourth one. The fourth Omen, for sure.
Yeah.
It may be better than 3.
Get the fuck out of here. No.
3 I kind of like. Final Conflict, I kind of like.
But I mean, I just don't see how they're going to flesh this out into anything that interesting. You know what I mean? We know where it ends up.
Well, of course.
But I think I don't know. There's almost a part of me, as a writer, there's a part of me that feels like writers think they're way too clever if they can write a prequel that ends right as the original movie is starting or something like that. And if they can make it actually connect well and work, then, they're too busy patting themselves on the back and, knocking one out in their, dirty sock drawer. Then that's it. But does it matter to the fans of the actual original a lot of times? No.
No. And usually we end up with the same result.
The only thing I like about this one
tonight
is that it's on Paramount Plus. It's direct to streaming.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay the $7 a month I'm paying for Paramount than going to the theater for this. Like, I'm okay with it. Same thing with Salem's Lot. At least it's coming straight to streaming.
October, officially announced.
What?
Salem's Lot.
Oh, yeah. On Max. Yeah.
Yep, on Max.
About damn time.
It's about damn time. Let's get it over with. You know what? At this point, you deserve what's coming if it's bad. You deserve it. And we're going to give it to you. We're going to straighten you out.
I'm more confident that you're going to have a massive fucking rant about it than that movie being good. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I hope it's a complete and utter piece of shit so you can lose your mind.
Either way, you guys win, because if it's good, and we're going to really blow it up for you. But, I mean, yeah, a rant, I think, would be much more entertaining. But, man, I don't know how many more of these I can take a year. You know what I mean? We've kind of had a few fucking rants between the three of us already this year. I mean, they're pissing us off. What are we supposed to do here? And I love Salem's Lot. You know this. So
here we go.
You guys got me all spooked now. I think it's going to be the latter.
Right. See, Tarek even says, if I was on this show, that would be my 10-minute rant. I'm sick of fucking prequels. And Grizzly says, do we really need a prequel to a 40-plus-year-old movie? No. Did we need a prequel to The Omen that's also 40-plus years old? No.
Has any of this shit worked ever? A legacy prequel?
Again, I would say with the first Omen, it worked because I thought that was a decent movie.
That's a decent movie.
The first Omen.
It's not great, but it's a decent movie. It was a good watch.
But, we've got, and we're going to talk about this here in a minute, but we got the Crystal Lake prequel series that's in the works. Got a new showrunner. We're going to chat a little bit about that. We've got, heaven forbid, they brought up a Halloween prequel series a week or so ago that made all of us just fucking wince and cringe.
Yeah.
Everyone's always talked about, we need a Nightmare on Elm Street. We need a Freddy Krueger origin story. That's all they're talking about with that. And that's probably what's going to happen when they ever do reboot that series, which they will. They fucking will. There we go. Thank you for somebody. Patricia says Bates Motel was pretty damn amazing. Now that's a series. So that I agree that works a little bit, it works better.
Yeah, they had room to flex for that one, man. That was high quality.
And I was looking at that going into it like this. There's no way this can fucking be good. Why is anyone even thinking about doing this? Oh, okay, yeah, it works, and it works really fucking well. Yeah. It's actually excellent.
It's disturbing and grounded in that time, so it's even more disturbing.
I'd even go so far as to say the Hannibal series works.
Yeah.
In reference to, Manhunter and Silence. So.
Okay. So there's a couple of sparse, few and far betweens, but it does happen. I doubt this will be one of them, but we're fucking stuck watching it.
Ooh, I got to mention Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. That was a good prequel. No. Take that back. Take that fucking back. Go fuck yourself with that. No.
Colonel, what'd you think of Twin Peaks Fire?
Dude, Twin Peaks, that's the best melatonin I've ever experienced my entire life. Man, I can't sleep. I turn on Twin Peaks.
God damn.
You know what? Go fuck both of y'all's.
Yeah.
And let's go to some more comments.
Hey, I was being a good friend. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll watch Twin Peaks with you. I tried. It's a Sunday night after a con, man.
It was like
I was out.
I was driving home that night.
we were all wiped. So, let's see here. What is this? All right, there we go. Yeah, Marcus adds another thing in here. He says, I think we were talking about the scripts earlier. Says, I agree, and sometimes it's the ones greenlighting who forces the writers to make the scripts according to the producer's vision, who has no clue of writing a good story. Exactly.
If we ever are making a movie and we've got some corporate money and some bean counter comes in and tries to tell me how to make the movie, they become one of the victims on the spot.
That's cool, because you'll become a victim the next day and they'll bring someone else in and direct the fucking movie.
Very true.
Yeah.
That's why we got to just do it ourselves.
You're replaceable, sir. That's another thing. You know, we've talked about. Oh shit! Where'd our thing go? We're missing
the graphics. There it is.
Yep.
Sorry, Morgan. September 27 to the 29.
That's another thing. You know, all these movies that are getting sequels or getting prequels and everything. At least, in some respects, they're being showrun or being planned by some fans. Now, those fans have to answer to the corporate entity that has hired them. We understand that. But, like, when Brian Fuller was attached to Crystal Lake, I was on fucking board. But now this, fuck. Let's just get into it.
Hey, here we go.
God damn it.
Oh, he looks like a fucking killer, doesn't he?
Brad Caleb Kane is the new showrunner for Crystal Lake. Now,
I'm sorry, Crank.
I'll allow it. I don't know this guy. All I know really about his resume is he's also the showrunner or co-showrunner for Welcome to Derry, the It prequel series. And he also had something to do with the Buffy the Vampire series back in the day. Besides that, I really don't know anything about him. The Buffy thing gives me pause.
Well, being a grip on the Buffy series, that's nothing, you know. I mean, if that's,
he was just a grip?
I don't know. He looks like he was pretty young back then. So I'm just saying, here's the thing. I joke, I kid. But, I mean, what I did read about this guy is at least he's seen the movies and he's a fan. Okay? Because that's better than some of the directors that have done fucking movies for this series. So,
all right. Yeah, because what was it? Was it Freddy versus Jason? The guy was like, I've never seen any of these franchise. Ronnie who?
I've never seen a Friday the 13th movie.
So I'm going to make something completely new. No, you didn't. And
it's fire versus water.
Let's see. Right. God damn it. No, don't get me started. Motherfucker. Here's one thing I don't understand. I don't care how corporate or tied up in all this legal bullshit that you are. If you have the rights to a franchise and you want to get a movie made, why aren't you talking to some of the fans? It's not hard to find fans that are out there that are talented enough that may have done some previous fan films.
So here it is, man. And Tara could back me on this. I feel like a lot of these bean counters that get into this part of it and still think they have some kind of creative input are like the sales reps of things. They used to sell cars or fucking something like this, right? They're heartless.
Okay.
They will they have no heart. So how could they have any kind of creative output when you have no heart? You ascended up. You're an asshole personality. You have to enforce your fucking opinion on people everywhere you go. I know these types, and they're getting into the wrong jobs. That's fucking clogging it like a fucking backed up fucking intestine that not enough X-Lax will get the clog out of the way. These fuckers got to go, man. They're fucking it all up. If we get rid of the fucking bean counters in the way of the creative, we're going to see a glut of great fucking movies. And that's the end of my fucking rant on that.
Okay, well, let me jump on that, because if I was a rights holder, let's say, I don't know, I'll just throw a franchise out there. Say I had the sole rights to Friday the 13th, and I was ready to move forward with a fucking Friday the 13th movie, whether it be a sequel, prequel, whatever, I don't know. where would I think, where am I going to put my $6 million? Let me look around. Oh, what's this guy? Womp Stomp Films, Vincent DeSanti. Look what he did with $50,000. I wouldn't even have to spend the $6 million that I had budgeted for the fucking film. I could spend $1 million with him and then put $5 million into marketing and probably have a great story. You know,
he's definitely one that could.
I
would
using that
readily
name.
hand it over, readily, without hesitation, would hand it over to them.
And I'm just randomly throwing that name out there. It has nothing to do with any of the other topics that we've talked about previously in the night.
Really?
Oh Christ! I tried to breeze right over it, and there we go. Crank comes in with a leaf blower.
Damn, Crank. Fucking bad. As soon as we're done beating that horse, we walk away. Crank back with the stick, give it one good whack.
Yeah. He's over here with a fucking car battery trying to reignite him, reanimate his ass.
Hey, poke him just a little bit more. Maybe he's awake. Anyway.
We are supposed to compare.
But doesn't that make a whole lot of fucking sense?
It makes too much sense. That's the fucking problem.
We all know, and anybody in this that's wanting a Good Friday movie still, because a lot of people have given up. They don't care anymore. They outgrew it, whatever. You know, I mean, I think the true Friday fans, I'm not going to say cultish, but I mean, we're loyal to it. And I understand people not giving a fuck about it, but still, if you're gonna do it, you know what I mean? Make it work. It will fucking work. You'll get plenty. You'll get everything back and more if you just do it the right way and get the right people behind it.
Dude, let's be honest. You don't even have to do it the right way right now.
No.
All you gotta do is put a new Friday 13th film. You're making fucking money.
Anybody. You're right.
You're
right. You're right.
No. Yeah. Where was it? Grizzly said something like, if you own it, you also have an obligation to do it well. No, not really. I mean,
you would think.
The last couple of Fridays were pretty off kilter. Whoever owns Nightmare on Elm Street really fucked up the remake.
New Line.
You know?
Yeah. It's fucking New Line, man.
15 years ago.
Hey, it's so weird, though. There's a lot of people involved with that one that were kind of connected to the original stuff that was pretty good. And I don't know, man. They all maybe they were just getting a check just for that. Guys,
I mean, John Carpenter was attached to the latest Halloween trilogy, and we all know where that went. But he doesn't give a fuck because the check cleared.
That's right. And the soundtrack and the score was fucking awesome.
At least, yeah.
The score was good.
At least he said, though, I'm just kind of advising, you know. I'm advising, you know, and like he's involved in that video game. He said, we're going to do this right. I respect that, man.
Well, I respect. Well, he's a fucking gamer, dude. He better.
Yeah.
Going back just a little bit, Joshua says, what about the Thing prequel? Honestly, not bad. Just terrible CGI.
And especially when you see the practical stuff they had ready to go without any enhancements on it, looked fucking like, what the fuck is that? Right. I mean, it's the shit that would make you pull your legs off the floor. But oh no, let's do the CGI because, you know, some dickhead came in with the great idea. He had to be the hero, and he fucked it up. He made it a good movie, an average movie.
I don't mind the occasional prequel if, you know, it's written right. But it seems like right now, one prequel in the last few years, not before the first Omen even, but we can use that as a kickoff point if we need to. But one prequel did things semi-correctly and well, and it was received well. And now everybody has to follow that fucking train right off, like the lemmings just right off the cliff.
Yeah.
You know, all of them.
Let me ask you this. Everybody, all three of you guys, all four of us. Let's do what's one prequel you think you would want to see? Real quick. Phase.
Oh, real quick, Jesus.
I'll
man,
start
come
then.
on.
All right, I'll start since I've got a couple here while you guys think real quick. I would do Beyond the Mask, Leslie Vernon. There's a whole comic book series about how he became Leslie Vernon. I would love to see this movie. The other one is One Dark Night and Raymar becoming Raymar. Hey, there you go. I'm just saying. Colonel.
Just because you're making me do this real quick, I'm gonna go with the Monster Squad. I want to see Van Helsing's story from the 100 years prior to the original.
That'd be pretty cool, I think. That way in that world, you know.
Take the fun kids out of it. Just Van Helsing. Let's see it.
Days.
Go to Crank real quick. I'm still thinking. Unless he's still thinking, because I don't know, man.
Lightning fast, folks. Lightning fast out here on our feet.
I actually, and we've talked about this before, I actually think it's time for a Nightmare on Elm Street remake and set up that story. But answer the fucking question. Was he a child molester or was he just a child killer? Because that's what I want to know. So, and set that story up and then lead, like half of it could be, the child killing, and then half of it can be after he's been executed and he's starting to haunt.
Oh, that'd be cool if he was just kind of make it like the Crow in hell. There's like some demon going, okay, this is how you. Here's the textbook on nightmare invasion and teleportation.
No, not like that. Not like the Beetlejuice things. Handbook of the Living Dead or whatever.
It'd probably be more like Deadpool. Just you get tortured so fucking bad. That's what fucking he became. Just morphed into this fucking like Jesus Christ. Just a fucking. The essence of fucking torture, and fear.
Well, see, I don't think. See, Alex says Freddy was both. I don't know. I think in the original series,
it's implied
that was taken out, though. That was taken out of the script and out of the film. I think Craven wanted it originally, but realized, maybe that's a little bit too much.
He was a diddler.
I don't think he was in the first one. You got him that time. I don't think he was in the first one. Now in the remake, absolutely he was, but I don't know. I think he was just a killer.
If we do a quality version of an Elm Street prequel, it'll be good. It'll really be good. It really would. You gotta go deep, man. Go like Psycho. Go deep.
And they're holding on to those rights like fucking mad too. So we're not going to see anything from them.
Take your boiler room dollars and go fuck yourself, New Line Cinema. God damn it, man! You fucking idiots. It's another bucks.
Dude, they're making so much money off the Conjuring universe. They don't give a fuck about Nightmare anymore.
I understand, but you know what? Just a couple of bucks more, and it's probably all kinds of shit. People going, hey, listen, we got this great script. Do it for $1 million, and nope, it's gonna cost you $47 million for the rights. So,
right. Well, shit. The Exorcist rights were like what, 200 million?
Yeah, more.
To get the rights to do a trilogy, which. Oops. Who knows if that's going to happen anymore. They may get 3 movies, but it may be like 3 completely different timelines branching off the original. We know it's at least going to be 2.
Yeah.
So, anything positive to say about Brad Caleb Kane in Crystal Lake? I'm happy it's being made.
Yeah.
Other than that,
that's about it. I don't know enough about the guy to say anything. I'm just like,
he saw the movies. He's a fan. FaZe, did you have a movie you wanted to?
I couldn't come up with anything. I agree with you guys. Nightmare is good. Your idea with what'd you say, Beyond the Mask? That was good.
Yeah, Leslie Vernon. Yeah,
Leslie Vernon. But
Before the Mask.
My mom did mention, what did she say here? Let's scare Jessica to death. Show how the whole vampire thing started. That could be all right.
Cool. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I have nothing to add myself.
Dang it. There we go.
Geez.
All right. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Let's see here. Here's a simple one. Jay Hampton, favorite Halloween candy?
Duh.
Thanks, Jay. Faze?
I was like taffy. Now and laters were a big one for me.
All right. I'll go in. I'm a Three Musketeers or a Reese's peanut butter cup guy.
God damn it, Craig. I was gonna say, are we going back to the early old days, the Three Musketeers, and then Reese's, but I guess modern times it'd be Skittles.
You want the freeze-dried Skittles.
God damn it, they start doing freeze-dried on Halloween. My kid goes out and be like, hold on, gotta check for razor blades. So good. Yeah. Colonel?
The basic Snickers, Reese's. But the ones I really like, just at strictly Halloween time, they don't make them anymore. If they do, I haven't seen them in years. But when I was a kid, you get like a little coffin. You popped it open, and it was like hard candy shaped like a skeleton.
Mr. Bones.
Yes, those were fucking awesome when I was a kid. Those and the cheap chocolates that are wrapped in the foil look like Frankenstein, like monster coins.
I remember.
Like I'm going Halloween candy. Those are my favorites, but let's be honest, no one sells that shit anymore or buys it. So Reese's and Snickers, and the good thing is Sarge does not like Reese cups, so she gives them all.
Nice. So you get
That's
them
right.
all. You
So
bastard.
not only that, I still dad tax like, oh, that piece of candy's no good. That has to go in the trash. Gets added to my pile as well. It's not good. It's not good. I take way too much. I dad tax the fuck out of those kids.
or you could do this like Grizzly. This one's open.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Oh, this one's.
Oh, this one's been opened already.
Whoops.
All right. Marcus says Reese's Cups.
Yeah.
Some people are saying weed.
Hold on. Jesus, spoiler.
Those are the best. The freshest Reese's are always.
Land says Butterfinger. Joshua says Snickers.
Sure.
And Tarek says weed. And Lorena says, gotta go with weed.
I'll be trick-or-treating at both your houses this year, and yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was told as a kid, be careful. Like, I tell people, don't give their drugs away to your kids. You're fine. You
Yeah.
want to check for that.
Right.
Oh, wait. Don't take those, man.
Paula says Snickers and Reese's.
Mm-hmm.
Alex says Nestle Crunch. There we go.
I'm in a mood for a Nestle's Crunch. I don't know.
Yeah.
Joshua says, I miss Mr. Bones.
Where was... We were at a convention, and they had a Mr. Bones that was like 12 inches tall, big chunks of candy. It was like
Yeah.
It was massive.
I can't remember where that was.
It was $200, and the candy, I think, was like 25 years old, so
Yeah,
we weren't going to eat it.
Bronson says, favorite Halloween candy, Hershey's, Reese's Cups, and Snickers.
Yeah.
Derek says, coffin candies, but Mr. Bones, yeah, those were great.
Here you go. Follow-up question. Least favorite Halloween candy?
Black licorice or Good and Plenty.
I can't, yeah. I'm not a licorice guy or I can't do candy corn anymore. I used to not mind candy corn when I was a kid, but something happened in my teens where I was just like, nope.
I still get a handful of those motherfuckers everywhere I go. It doesn't matter, man. It's sure they're good. I like them.
I like licorice, but toffee, dude, like what are they called? Whoppers? Those are fucking nasty, dude. I cannot stand those. Like
malted milk balls.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like
those are
Whoppers.
So
those are good,
fucking
man.
nasty. I hate them so much. Like
I can eat like one or two of those, and then I got to be like, all right, that it tastes
Yeah.
like starting to taste like vomit. So
it's just
Tastes
like
like vomit.
styrofoam. Like
Yeah.
it tricks you too because it looks like a delicious ball of chocolate. You bite into it, it's just blah. I'm like, oh, what is this cardboard shit? Oh, I hate them so much.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll take those any day over those fucking orange and black wrap toffees or taffies.
Oh, Mary
Ugh.
Jane's.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
And candy
I don't know
corn. I
if I
hate
know
to
those.
say it because that's.
Oh, I know those, man. Those are good. I like those.
Fucking, but you don't like Whoppers.
Fuck
Strange
Whoppers,
behavior.
bro.
I'll tell you what. I'll trade you those orange and black ones for the Whoppers all fucking day.
I'm bringing a carton of Whoppers to New Mexico just so FaZe has to all night just has to hear that box rattling over like glug, 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 glug.
Oh,
I'm sending
man.
him Robin eggs for Easter. I'll get his address.
Oh, shit. Hell no.
Lorena wants to know, anyone remember Sugar Daddies?
Yes,
Yes.
and sugar babies.
Yeah. She mentioned those too.
Ruined my teeth with those fucking things.
Oh, man. You guys listed off a ton of candy there.
Sure
Jesus.
did.
Yeah, those
Candy
3
cigarettes.
Kit Kats hasn't come up yet. I love the Kit Kats.
Alex says, I was addicted to the regular and mini-sized bars back in the day, running movies on Friday nights with the family.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby.
Oh, yeah. Tarek says, I remember I got a box of candy cigarettes once in the 80s.
Hell yeah, dude. I should
Yeah.
I had the whole line. I had the Cools and the Marlboros and the fucking Camels.
Yeah. Grizzly says, easy candy corn.
Mm.
Tarek says, I always hated Necco wafers and candy corn. Lorena says, black jelly beans are the best.
Oh.
No.
Paula says, I love black licorice and good and plenty.
Oh.
Good plenty.
Tarek says, Tootsie Rolls, don't like those. Always too many of those in the bag.
I get Tootsie Roll once in a while. Like one or two, and that's all you can do with those.
Yeah,
Right.
very few.
Bronson says, I also like Milky Way.
Milky Way's cool.
No love for Starburst?
Marcus says, I put a Baby Ruth in the YMCA pool. That was
What the
you?
fuck?
Oh my god,
Bernie!
That was you?
That was you.
it's fantastic. The what is that? The Caddyshack, right? Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get through a couple more of these. There's a couple of good ones in here.
Yeah, we almost made it, folks.
Yep. Seth says, have you guys seen Last Night at Terrace Lanes? I'm torn on it. I really wanted to like it because the idea is cool, but the execution didn't work for me. I haven't seen that one yet, but it's funny because I keep going to it,
Yeah.
and then I keep thinking, I don't think I'm in the mood for this, and I go to something else.
Yep. Yes.
Has anybody else seen it?
No.
But apparently I gotta check. I don't know if you guys seen this. There's apparently some new horror movie on Netflix. I keep seeing this one scene over and over online, and I gotta watch it just for the things that cracks me up every fucking time. I'm not gonna repeat it on the air,
I don't think you should.
but we know what I'm talking about.
I don't think I'm getting this ad.
Uh,
Oh, dude, it's fucking funny.
is it? I just watched that movie right before we came on. The Deliverance, is that the one you're talking about?
I think so.
Yeah.
You never
The,
seen? Oh, it's the I know.
No, it's The Deliverance, not
The-
the,
yeah.
not the
I've seen
70s. movie.
Deliverance, but I haven't seen The Deliverance, and I kind of want to.
Get ready. That's the most dysfunctional family I think I've ever seen in a movie, and that's before the demons take over. So, if that tells you anything, it's worth a watch. I'll give it that much. It's not as great as a lot of the Facebook stuff has been saying. It's not that good, but it's worth a watch.
One scene cracks me up. That's funny as fuck. I was like, what? She just said that.
What did she just say? And that's Glenn Close, by the way.
Oh, fuck.
If that makes it any
That
better
does
or
make it
worse
better.
for
I
you.
had no clue.
Yeah. Glenn Close is in this movie, so
Oh,
I'm not sure how much she charged for that, but I hope it was a
Dude, it was
truckload.
worth it just to hear her say that one line.
I can't believe that's the
Every
ad.
penny.
But watching the movie, I know what you're talking about, but I can't believe that's the ad that's going around.
It's not
Wow.
an ad. It's just a reel. I was like, what the fuck's this? It's like, what the fuck did she say?
Get out of here, or I can smell the, yeah. Yep. All right. Let's move on. All right. Lorena says, Speak No Evil is a remake? Yes, unfortunately. Check out.
That wasn't a question. That was a statement.
Yeah.
She angrily saying that.
Oh, yeah. No, I think was it a Dutch movie?
I don't think it was Dutch, but it's somewhere in that area.
Yeah. Something over there. Well, Corey, I think I kind of covered it a little bit tonight. Crank, as a writer, I hear your brief ideas, but let's hear more about them. I don't really like to talk too much about my writing because that gets tricky. And then,
It gets
I Horror might announce that there's a prequel series for the Halloween series coming out.
God damn it. You motherfuckers. You better do it right. That's all I'm saying.
We only had I guess we can kind of talk about it. We only had 2 episodes done.
That's all right. It was still nobody was doing that shit that long ago.
It was gold.
All right. Bronson also wants to know, are you guys excited for Beetlejuice? Well, Bronson, stay tuned because next week, that's what we're talking about. We're going to be reviewing Beetlejuice. I am. I think this is going to be good. I could be wrong, but I think it's going to be good.
I haven't seen the original in a long time, so it'll be nice to sit and watch that again and then go see it this week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I am not. I'll be completely honest.
You're not a fan of the first one, though, are you?
I am a fan of Beetlejuice, and I was also a fan of the animated series. I loved Beetlejuice when I was a kid. It's not something that my love has stayed consistent for because I rewatched it again a few months ago with Sarge. Like I said, I'm trying to get her into horror somehow. So going too extreme, and I was like, it's a fun movie. But let's be honest. When's the last time Tim Burton put out a good movie? That's what I'm worried about. I'm keeping my hopes very fucking low and hoping I'm pleasantly surprised.
I think because this is kind of going back to his early years, I think it'll be better than some of his later films. Just because it's kind of his old stomping grounds and he gets to... I mean, I don't think there's ever really been a producer that said, no, you can't do that to Tim Burton. So what's going to stop him? There's nothing. I think it'll be all right.
I think he's got the cast to make a good movie. So,
yeah.
Well, it's everybody. I mean, it's people he's worked with before. He's familiar with them all. I don't know, man. It's just even Beetlejuice is dead. I understand people age, but you can see how much Michael Keaton has aged even through the makeup.
Maybe they should have.
I think the movie's going to be good enough where I'm not going to pay attention to that like I do in the trailers. But it's just, I don't know. Like I said, Tim Burton just hasn't put out anything good in a while, dude. At least movie-wise, he hasn't.
No, you're not wrong there. We'll see. I think it'll be all right.
We'll let you know here in 1 week.
We'll let you know here next week.
We'll have it all laid out.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. Let's see. Speak No Evil. Damn it. Speak No Evil, the original good movie, was filmed in Denmark. Okay, Denmark. All right. There was one more here. Oh, yeah. I got to talk about that, too. Marcus, yes. No, we talked a long time ago about this. Can you send the short horror film Mommy's Boy to you guys for a review? We try not to do too many reviews about shorts and indies like that. We'd rather it kind of make the rounds on the festival circuit. Honestly, we'd love to see it.
Yeah, we'll definitely watch it.
Yeah, and we can put it on our website and link it on there, and I mean we'll share it for sure. Yeah. But we try not to do too many reviews in that respect. I'll be honest, we're harsh critics.
There's some stuff coming up in the future though, where we're gonna be needing some stuff like this. So stand by.
Yes. Let me see. I'll hit you up. I'll send you an email here in a little bit that you can send it to, Marcus. All right. Bronson, my favorite Tim Burton movies are Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, Ed Wood, and Sleepy Hollow. I would agree with 2 of those. Beetlejuice and Ed Wood. I love Ed Wood.
Ed Wood is funnier every time I watch it, man.
fucking, I've always loved that movie, and I just watched it not too long ago, maybe last month sometime.
The greatest line. Let's hear you call Boris Karloff a cocksucker. Every time.
Let's see. Was there? Oh, yep. And Doc Smiley says, "Hey, M&K is this month. That's right. Morgue and Krypt coming up. September 27th through the 29th out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're going to be there. And,
so excited.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. So
we are going to be cursing the luck all 3 days out there. We're lining up with all these ridiculous panels. It's going to be a full weekend. It's going to be great.
It is.
This one sounds much, much bigger than last year. So,
right. Oh, and some of the now they're getting into the meat of the guests too. You know,
dude,
like the Soska sisters, Emily Perkins.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I've actually been thinking about her a lot lately because I've seen her doing a couple, but they've normally been way up north. So I'm glad to see her heading down this way. So
I'm hoping for a Ginger Snaps reunion.
Ooh.
Oh, well, I got yeah, Ginger Snaps reunion. I'd love to see the other one jump in there too, because she's connected to. I can't think of her name right this second.
Neither can I.
Oh, okay.
I see her face behind her name. I know you're talking, but it's like,
because she's connected. She was in American Mary for the Soska sisters, so that'd be a good stacks on stacks on stacks.
Get them all up there.
Yeah.
Give us some microphones and then get the fuck out the way. Let us go. We're going to get to the bottom of it all, man. Mexico. I don't know, man.
Before we get to Morgue and Krypt, I'm actually taking just a side trip this weekend. Yeah. I went ahead and booked it. Fuck it. I don't feel like doing karaoke this weekend, so I was just like, hey, fuck this shit, I'm out. So I'm heading up to Topeka, Kansas for the Slash and Bash Horror Film Festival, which is going to feature a handful of celebrities up there. Not anything major. Brett Wagner's going to be there. Of course, we'll always talk to him when we get a chance to see him. But Kim Myers and Mark Patton from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 are both going to be there.
Dude, Kim Myers is like, that's
rare. You don't see her very often.
Oh, I've never seen her at one of these.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the weekend and head up there Friday afternoon, hang out at the motel, see what happens. I know, well, I take that back. I know one person up there that I didn't know I knew up there.
Yes.
So,
but hey, further the gospel of the DCS.
Yeah,
that's right.
So, I may even break in from time to time and just do a couple of little random live shout outs or whatever, but nothing major. I'm not trying to get. I don't know if they're doing panels, so
yeah.
But I do know Mark has said he wanted to do an interview with us a long time ago.
We had such a good one for him for a panel we were supposed to do, and then all of a sudden we weren't doing it. And we told him, like, hey, we've got some questions and we've got some stuff here you might not have heard before. And he said, yeah. And then, of course, he got real sick there for a bit. But he's back.
Yeah. Yeah. Some questions that you weren't going to hear or that weren't going to offend you. Like, so you were an interior decorator for a while? Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck? Did you get that off of Wikipedia?
Way to go there, buckaroo.
Not true.
No, not true.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, yeah, that's my plans this weekend. You guys doing anything this weekend?
Probably working. Going to see Beetlejuice, and week 1, baby. New England Patriots versus the Cincinnati Bengals at Paycor Stadium, or as I like to call it, Pay Joe Stadium. But unfortunately, we can't pay Chase. Uh,
What the hell what was that list you showed?
Probably his fantasy lineup.
I have a draft tomorrow, a salary
That late?
cap draft. It's a late one, so this place likes to get past all the injuries and all that shit. So, yeah.
Damn, that's late, dude. Like,
Well, this is kind of a brand
tomorrow,
new.
season starts on Thursday.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I-
Fuck.
This is like
I'm going to go see Beetlejuice on Thursday, man. Now I don't know.
See, my Lions are the last game on Sunday, so we got that going for us.
All right. Well,
Everybody gets to enjoy them this week.
see, you're putting Kiara to sleep.
Oh,
All the
gee.
sports talk. I'm fighting to sleep. Gonna head out. Good night, gang.
Good night. Yeah, that's fine. I will continue to talk football, damn it.
It's the Sport of Kings.
What about you, FaZe? What's going on with you? You got anything planned this week?
Yeah, just work and Beetlejuice, like Zach was saying. I mean, or was it Colonel? I don't know. One of y'all was saying that. I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm ready to.
Look at this guy.
You are tired. You look tired.
I probably am. Yeah, I've gotten little sleep this weekend. I'm going to try to improve that this week. So that's my plan.
Well,
What
not
day you
tonight.
planning to go see Beetlejuice?
Probably.
Dude, I didn't do that. I did not do that. Don't even don't
sure.
even bullshit. I did not do that.
Frank, how dare you?
Probably Saturday.
Good lord.
Well, I figured he was sleepy enough. It might work.
All right. One last time, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We've got to thank our members. Thanks to our final girls and guys, Christy, C-Phase, Lorena, BD, Alex, and Robert. Our Crazy Ralphs, Bell's Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Raymond, and the whole damn enchilada pod. And then, of course, to our camp counselors, Adam, Corey, Christy, Luke, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Chuck Schick, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ.
Started dragging down the list.
If you want to become a member of the DCS, check out that.
That's deathcursesociety.com, and you can become a member. Click over on the section. You'll find all the information how to become a member. deathcursesociety.com. Crank?
What they said. Yeah. I guess I was
Yeah.
You took the deep dive, dude. I had to step in.
I saw Colonel start doing this.
Yeah.
Colonel was doing this lame ass dog paddle, and I was like, all right, I'll just shut up.
Dude, I can't fucking swim. That's honestly, that's like the only move I fucking got. I don't even know if it works because I ain't going deep enough in the water to try. Fuck that.
It might. You got to kick your legs, too.
Jesus Christ.
Can't do it. I'll just relax and fucking float.
And thanks to our associate producer, C-Phase. Thank you, Phase. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And, Ziggy, anything you want to add?
I don't know.
No?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Colonel?
Beetlejuice.
You know what?
I said Beetlejuice.
Don't say it a third time, fucker. Those are forces we are not made to deal with. But we know we are made to deal with personal hygiene. So, folks, don't get sick. Wash your dick. Ladies, don't smell like Scuba Steve. Use Summer's Eve. And also, while we're talking about it, even though I wasn't not talking about it, as a teenager, I used to talk about how nice it'd be to have a little person of the opposite sex around so she could stand on my toes. I could hold her hands, and you know what could happen while I'm walking around. They wanted to mention it. It's brought up at the end.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Wow.
Ziggy.
What? What did you say?
Ziggy, help.
There's no help.
Ziggy's son. Ziggy's so stunned. He's like a fucking statue.
I'm just saying how awesome it would be. Oh, shit. I hope the twins aren't here. So I'm going to shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Just thought of that. Like, uh-oh.
Well,
Ziggy,
we used to be
salvage this.
a all ages show. I don't know.
Since
I-
when?
I don't know if we were ever an all ages show, but Jesus Christ.
Twins are here.
Yep. Twins say we are. Yep.
It's not the first time I say anything inappropriate in front of underage children.
Grizzly
But-
says your hair smells so good. All right. Tune in next. Yeah. No.
You know
just
what?
fuck it. No. We're saying
You're
fuck
gonna
it all.
cancel us next. That group's coming after us now.
I'm just
Thanks.
saying.
Thanks a lot.
All right. That's enough. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week. We'll review Beetlejuice. And oh yeah, we did. There is one more topic that we need to get into, and it was that little person porn, right? So who wants to start that topic? Ziggy, you want to go?